By the end of this video, we want to be able to change the look of this trinomial and write it as a product. We want to see if we can factor a trinomial into a product of a binomial times a binomial. Before we do that though, let's review expanding and simplifying. Here we have a question where the directions say expand and simplify, and we're given a product, a binomial times a binomial. Can we change the look of this product? Well, let's have a look at our area model. We can pretend that this is a width right here and a length right here. We have 3x plus 4 and 2x plus 1. Multiplying, we get 6x squared, 3x, 8x, and 4. Notice that 3x times 2x is 6x squared, and 4 times 1 is 4. These two combine to give 11x. 3x plus 4 times 2x plus 1 is the same thing as 6x squared plus 3x plus 8x plus 4. Collecting like terms, we get 6x squared plus 11x plus 4. This is an expression for the area in the area model, but it's also the result when we expand and simplify this binomial times a binomial. We could think of this as 3x times 2x plus 1, which is distributing the 2x plus 1 into the first bracket, and a 4 times the 2x plus 1. From a product times a product, we created two terms. Now what we can do is distribute. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times 1 is plus 3x. And plus 4 times 2x is plus 8x. Plus 4 times 1 is a plus 4. We've now made 4 terms. 3x plus 8x can combine to make 11x. We've made a trinomial. We've expanded and simplified two binomials to make one trinomial. Now, how would we go the other way? The problem is we have many possibilities to make this product and this product. We know that we need a 6x squared. We know that we need a 4. But what we don't know is where the question marks are. We have many possibilities. We could have a 3x here and a 2x here. We could have a 3x here and a 2x here. We could have a 6x and a 1x, or a 1x and a 6x. There are many possibilities. We could, with an eraser, keep trying to see which combinations would work to make this trinomial. We'd have to try different ones for 4 as well. We'd have to try 1 times 4, 4 times 1, 2 times 2. You see what I'm saying? We can use algebra to simplify things for ourselves now, so it might not take as long to complete these questions. We know from this previous slide, though, this trinomial resulted from 3x plus 4 times 2x plus 1. We're cheating a little bit. We know that it was the 3x and the 2x that made the 6x squared, and we know that it was the 4 and the 1 that made the 4, not 2 and 2. Let me propose to you a way to use algebra to find these question marks. What we do is we look at this 6 and the 4 and multiply those two values together. This was called the A term, this was the B, and this was the C. We're looking for two numbers that multiply to give 24 this time and add up to give 11. In our little thinking bubble, we want to find two numbers now that multiply to 24, not just the 4, and add up to 11. Do any of these combine to make 11? Possibly 3 and 8. 3 and 8 are the numbers because they multiply to 24 and add to 11. What we do then is we write out the 6x squared and we split this 11x into a positive 8x and a positive 3x, and we leave the 4. Now we have a grouping question. We make two groups. Looking at the first two terms, there is a common 2 and there's a common x. 2x times what is 6x squared? That would be a 3x. And 2x times what makes an 8x? That would be a plus 4. Remember, when you start with two terms, you better have two terms in the brackets. Double check. 2x times 3x is 6x squared. 2x times positive 4 is 8x. In the second bracket, we have a 3x plus 4, but remember, we do need to show that positive 1. 3x plus 4. Check out the previous videos on factoring by grouping if you forget this positive 1 and why it has to be here. Now we have two terms and we want to check if there's anything common there, and there is. It's a 3x plus 4 is common, and the 2x plus 1 is left. These two binomials are factors of this trinomial, and it matches exactly what we started out with previously. Before we move on to the second example, let's review expanding and simplifying for this question. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x. 8 times 2x is 16x. And 8 times negative 3 is negative 24. 3x plus 8 times 2x minus 3 is the same thing as 6x squared. 16x plus negative 9x makes positive 7x and a negative 24. This is the resulting trinomial after we multiply a binomial times a binomial. Do you remember now how to go the other way? There are many possibilities on how we can get 6x squared. We could have 3x times 2x or 3x times 2x here. We could have 6x times x. We could have x times 6x. And the same thing for negative 24. There's actually quite a few products that result in negative 24. We need algebra to help us out here. We need to consider both of these numbers. 6 times 24 is 144. 6 times negative 24 is negative 144. We need to find these two values. We need two numbers that multiply to negative 144 and add up to that middle term, which is a plus 7. Factors of 144. When the numbers get large, it's often easier to use a calculator and start with 144 divided by 12. Well, that's not going to work. It doesn't make a plus 7. 144 divided by, try a 6. Not quite. 144 divided by, try an 8. Not quite. 144 divided by 9. 9 and 16. That could be it. We need a positive 7. So we'll make the 16 a positive. The 9 will be negative. There it is. Negative 9 and positive 16. We will split the 7x to be a 16x and a negative 9x. We can group the terms, factor by grouping. We know we have a common 2x, and we're left with 3x plus 8. And now we have a common negative 3x plus 8. We've made two terms. We'll take out the common 3x plus 8, and we're left with 2x minus 3. Is that what we got? And that was the same, 3x plus 8, 2x minus 3. We would be able to fill in that this would be a 3x plus 8 and a 2x minus 3. These two gave us the 6x squared. These two give us negative 9x. These two give us positive 16x. And those two give negative 24. If we add up these, we get that middle term. Remember, you could also check your work by distributing. We could distribute this 2x minus 3 into both terms. We have a 6x squared minus 9x plus 16x minus 24. Collect our like terms, and we do have the 7x in the middle. We know we were right. This trinomial factors to 3x plus 8 times 2x minus 3. Here we have 3 terms, and there's nothing common in each of those terms. We know we have to deal with factoring a trinomial. We want to multiply 6 times negative 25, negative 150. We want to find two numbers that multiply to a negative 150 and that add up to this coefficient with the x or the 5. Well, that would be 15 and 10, wouldn't it? We want to split up the 5x to be a positive 15x and a negative 10x. And we had the negative 25 and we had the 6x squared. Grouping question, take out a 3x and you're left with 2x plus 5. And take out a negative 5 and you're left with 2x plus 5. Two terms, 2x plus 5 is common. 3x minus 5 is left. If the 2x goes here and the 5 is here, we know that the 3x must go here and the negative 5 goes here. These two make 6x squared. These two make negative 25. But now we know that this one was negative 10x and this one is 15x. Those two added up to that 5x. We know we did it right.